Experience once in bracket before, but got the dub.
This is Experience's first top 8 as well.
Oh yeah,
in singles. That's pretty crazy that we had 2 of those at the same time. Man, Brawlhalla. People are just stepping up, really. And this matchup, this is pretty cool. We got Cassidy versus Fate on Small Brawlhaven here. Cassidy coming out from Stingray, game number 1, Experience on the Fates. Putting out the orb down there is already as Stingray's trying to catch up with those blasters. Gravity cancel downlights, and Experience is just staying right inside that blaster's dead zone. Too much pressure for Stingray to really be able to break it.
Nice.
A huge advantage. And that was a crazy down air after that downlight. Nicely done from Experience, and that's going to disarm him. Let's see if we can get the stock. Oh, he's low on jumps.
Experience
That's
is
it.
like looking so good, man. Like I can't even front. Experience is looking just a cut above today, and I think Stingray is caught a little bit by surprise as well. I know. Oh, dodge down. That could be a neutral light. Holy cow! Experience is just moving, dude. I can't keep up.
Yeah, the style of reason. Okay, stop neutral 6.
That's Cassidy.
Cassidy classic.
Yeah.
That's doesn't get much better than that. And now with Stingray on the hammer, putting out those siders, trying to punch him, pick up the weapon. There's the nair. But if Experience can get Stingray off stage, I feel like that's going to be his forte. But oh man, landing with that stop neutral 6. Oh no, what's happening? He's getting so many of these in a row, and it's like that additional tilt value too. Hammer Cider is already pretty rough to get hit by, but when the lasso comes out, you have to wait that much longer to watch them smack you towards the top of the stage off of getting that stomp. It's brutal.
Yeah, and it's a light attack, you know, even though it's not actually, it may as well be. Wow, nice catch with the warp star there, caught at the very tail end. I think Stingray thought the hitbox had gotten past them already and was going to get back on the stage. So Experience managed to get a little bit of a cheeky one right there, but these stomps into neutral sig are paying the bills for Stingray right now. I can't remember if that conversion is still true or not, or if it's one dodge frame. I actually don't remember.
Yeah, I can't say.
Because they tried to patch out most of those, right?
He's making it look like it's true still. I'm not exactly sure. But either way, Experience, if it is dodgeable, he's not dodging out of it. And Stingray's hit about, like, what, 6 stop neutral 6? Experience doesn't really care, though. Hitting him with an amazing orb string. Neutral light comes through, tries to charge that neutral signature, and the ground pound actually dodges out of the way of the hammer recovery, which could have been a huge turnaround for Stingray. And Experience is on the verge of getting, that's it. Sidelight, side air, Fate. May not look like it, but the highest, I think, tied with Petra for the highest amount of force on orb in the game. It's definitely highest, or up there, top 2.
No, that sounds correct, because Fate hits like a truck. Like, I don't think you expect that she will.
He's even taken out of the force stance, actually, and you still have 6 force on orb, which is big. Something that players talked about a lot when orb was first coming into the game. There weren't that many orb legends. Is that the highest stat that a lot of players value on it is force, because you really want sidelight, side air to knock out as soon as possible. And Fate's got it, for sure.
Okay, we're going to see how Stingray is going to be able to answer in Game 2. This time we're on Demon Island, right? So it's essentially the same layout as Small Brawlhaven, a little bit more space, but less wall to work with. And so far, Experience is going crazy on the Scythe. Honestly, Stingray's been struggling a little bit here, both in terms of the Scythe and the orb matchup. But then when Stingray gets a hit, it's been like 4 or 5 unanswered, right? Ensig. Maybe do it again. Jumping is an attractive option in this game, so I don't blame Stingray for going for the button. I should have checked the stats on the last one to see the accuracy on it.
I think we can take a look, actually. Shots production. The accuracy was 7 signatures, 57%.
Okay,
so
not bad.
Hit over half of them, 4 out of 7.
Oh, and Stingray.
And he goes down.
Yeah. He got hit by the tippy toes. They can never sleep on unarmed down air. Just that move that will take your stock ever so gently, but it will just kind of tuck in at night.
Yeah, same thing with the gravity cancel unarmed sidelight. Oh, it's my favorite edgeguard tool for sure. When you have like just enough damage that the knockback's pretty significant and you get them right at the end of all their jumps and they just fall. That's it. But the deal recovery from Stingray will even up the stocks. And Experience back onto the Scythe, catches one landing, gets that dodge in place, and you see him going with it. But Stingray, wake up down air, into the neutral stick, says get back down here just so they can send him back up in the air to get another landing neutral stick. Yep, there it is. Stop neutral stick. Okay, I'm going to just say it. It's true. It has to.
Right?
There's no way Experience ain't dodging out of that after the 7th time. Okay, he goes in for another one. Oh, he's going for the side stick that time, mixing it up, and Experience dodges it down here, comes through Stingray with that dash jump, pivot side air, forces the dodge, picks up the weapon, spawns perfectly in place. The D-Light recovery will take the stock. Stingray with the lead in game number 2.
Okay, and so far, Stingray having, oh man, catching jumps today with that lasso. Such a good signature on Cassidy. And it's one of those, Cassidy's one of those legends that, like, it's kind of like Scarlet. Wow, that N-Sig did not KO. That's crazy. It was charged and everything. You saw the extra stars, but just didn't have enough oomph. But as I was saying before, is that Cassidy, hold on, you might have a stock here. Yeah? Yeah, beautiful.
Oh, yes. Weapon toss pick against the down air. Stingray just try to get it, I guess, an extra 2 points of damage with that weapon throw. He didn't even get above the stage, and now experience even it up. But as you were saying,
yeah, Cassidy's just a different breed. You know, like it's like there's certain legends in the game that force you to play the game completely differently. This isn't the Hammer matchup. This is the Cassidy matchup. You see Stomp, N-Sig again.
Well, he dodged one of them. Gotta be frame perfect on it, apparently. Experience, putting out the neutral light. Stingray dodging through the weapon throw.
Oh,
Stop,
man.
neutral sig again, Stingray!
Because
we're gonna need a new signature counter after this one, specifically for Stop N-Sig.
It's because also that like, Cassidy has one of the highest dexterity stats in the game.
Yeah.
He has 8 base, I'm pretty sure, somewhere around there. So like, it's like, okay, well, that stomp means it's gonna end a little bit quicker and give her more time to start up the windup for that neutral signature. And it also means just in general when Cassidy's whiffing all these attacks, there's just a decent amount less end lag, which makes it harder to punish.
For sure. Let's see if Experience can bring this back. However, Stingray's been in the lead the entire time. Experience the most damaged, but if he gets him off stage, wait for that chase dodge side air. Doesn't hit, avoids the neutral signature, and he kicks him off. Neutral light, nair, brings it back into the weapon throw. This could be it. Oh, avoids the recovery.
Watch the N-Sig. Wow, goes for the down air, turns him around, sends him off stage, and misses the edge guard there. Has the dodge? No, not in time. And Stingray is going to snatch game 2 there. It looked like Experience kind of had it at a few different moments there, right? We saw Stingray get sent off stage, I think at least twice in those final moments, and just the edge guard was not secured by Experience.
I was so scared for a second at the end here when I saw Stingray go off these blasters, like, oh no, is he going to fast fall off the stage faster than Experience falls down? But no, he jumped. He saved himself there. 2 damage difference. Damage per engagement, literally the same. But the signature count for Stingray, so much higher. And Experience after that one loss is saying, all right, back to the cannon. Amethyst is being brought out for game number 3. Now the scoreline is 1-1.
Okay, let's see. Experience on the Amethyst. We saw some of the Amethyst yesterday in the 2v2s, and it was kind of who I was expecting to be the first pick coming up right now. But now I'm happy to see that the Amethyst has finally been taken out. I mean, speaking of getting taken out, Stingray's first stock just got completely demolished.
Yeah. Experience on the cannon now, getting hit by the neutral light. Oh, okay. Try to mix him up that chase dodge down and dodge straight down afterwards. Or chase dodge up, dodge down. Nice down air from Experience. Oh, man. Experience gets the ground pound. Weapon throw, dive kick. Oh, I thought that was it, but Stingray dodges through the crucial move after getting hit by that weapon throw. Didn't let him catch him off guard. Stomp Cider sends him off stage. Oh, and that side sig gets punished. Experience just moving with the Amethyst and picking up the axe means it's a down air, and he almost gets a cider, but nope. Stop. Neutral sig true. Confirmed.
Confirmed.
By production.
Which,
confirmed by production. Yeah.
You know, it's a little wild.
Crazy. That's kind of wild. It's wild. The fact that we don't know about it means like, what
I remember when like Core and Brawlhalla and everyone had their true convergence. They all got patched out, but it looks like Cassidy gets to keep it for now.
Sneaks by. Yeah, well, I know that the D-Light side sig on blasters was a thing. And that disappeared pretty quickly, but okay, side light into down air coming out from Stingray here. That down air hits, and oh, he gets the chase dodge, and he delays the cider just enough to catch Stingray off guard instead of flying off the left. Experience takes the lead again.
Okay. And there we go, Experience. I mean, the axe is absolutely cooking Stingray right now. Stingray backing up quite a bit, wants to bait Experience to jump some more because you know that neutral sig is going to come out. And if he's able to kind of get the 50-50 on if he's going to approach aerially or grounded, he can just go for the stomp instead.
Man, Experience really reading Stingray here so far. I guess the cider, no. Cider hits him instead. Oh, the neutral light goes through, but he landed right in the dead zone of the side light, and you're probably right. But the D-Light recovery on the platform, that's certainly going to take him out. Now 1-1. Stingray, well, he's 6 stomp N-Sigs away.
Yeah.
from 2-1. Yeah, there's one. All right.
Oh, ground pound. That's good damage. Hold on.
All right. All right. Stingray really getting the most out of his hits.
That is a Zol, by the way, so it won't take a lot.
Oh, that's it. Nicely done. Yeah, that is a Zol, by the way. 9 force, by the way. Daylight there off the top. That's almost a 200 damage differential of Stingray. While showing us some new tricks on the Cassidy, might have to switch over to one of the other legends. And granted, Stingray's got like 12 that he's won competitively with that he can bring out. Let's see if he stays with the Cassidy going against Experience, now that he forced Experience onto the Amethyst.
Yeah, no, that's true. I mean, I think I see a Koji here from Stingray. I was going to say, like,
Okay.
when we were talking about Phazon yesterday, we were talking about how Phazon's one of those players who has a very deep pocket of picks.
Yeah.
And I think Stingray might be the only player I can think of right now that might have him beat in terms of the amount of different legends.
When it comes to players placing in top 8, the only two that I can think of that are like maybe comparable is like Tiffany, and then if Wilson gets to the top 16 again. It's been a long time, but those are the only two that I was thinking like, wow, he really has a legend for every situation. But Stingray now on the Koji, back against the wall, 2-1 on small Brawlhaven. I mean, this is where your stock flies to his old side sig at yellow. You gotta be careful about that. Although Experience isn't the most signature heavy cannon player out of all of the cannon players that I've seen. He's really focused on just weaving those light attacks with Stingray. Wow.
Yeah.
Wow! I can't believe that. That was the fastest sideline I've ever seen on a hit stun. Wow.
And I'm like a little bit surprised too, because in that Koji side stick, he does a little roll forward. Like I was surprised that the side light didn't just like whiff a little bit.
Oh, because there's that dead zone on top of you where you can't like hit it stacked. Yeah, that had to just barely hit. Experience surviving barely in the face of 2 Koji side sigs. Third one goes the wrong direction, but Experience doesn't get the punish for it. And there's a lot of footsies going on right now as that weapon toss goes straight down. And Stingray stops it from picking up and takes the stock with the Nair. Experience down a stock now to Stingray.
Okay. And here we go, Stingray trying to go ahead and bring this to a game 5, and so far doing decently, but this is a Koji. Experience needs like one clean hit. A Sayer from the corner, though, I don't think will KO. Even if Koji gets sent all the way to the other side, you want to hit it in center stage or from the opposite side of the corner like Experiences. And now the Endlight's going to send to the opposite side. Disarm Stingray at the same time. Goes for the reversed recovery for the edge guard, which honestly is like a pretty good option a lot of the time. The Sayer's going to find it, and now we're back to even stocks here. And since we were talking about this is Zol, right? That's a lot of force. Is it just like, sidelight Nair maybe? A couple of those and we're back in it.
Right. I mean, at this point,
oh, that'll do it.
Sidelight Cider.
We're even now.
Okay. Yeah, down air, downlight. It's all you need to bring Stingray into the orange. Weapons coming out. He dodges one sidelight, then dodges the neutral light. Stingray expecting the fastball back down, and that D-light recovery could just take it. I mean, talk about glass cannon. Experience down to that D-light recovery off the top of the stage, and now he's on one stock. Could potentially be a game 5 if Stingray keeps playing like this. And Stingray's not going for the side 6 anymore. We were talking about the axe side light. You were saying you were surprised it hit when it hit that side 6 from Koji. This time, Stingray has just been going for the side light follow-ups instead, and when Experience went for the wake-up side light, it just went right over him. Didn't even have a chance to hit. And Stingray's been getting a lot more damage ever since he stopped trying to land that signature.
And I think Stingray is actually being a little bit more content with just icing out Experience a little bit and then just trying to go for these punishes. I mean, that's how you have to play when you have a lead, right? To make sure they don't just give it up for free. And Experience is having a tough time finding those raw hits in the neutral game, trying to get that D-Light, wants the Nair to get the K off the top. That's another whiffed D-Light. The option is a little bit obvious now. That's 3 in a row. Stingray was not born yesterday. He's not allowed. That's 4 now. 4 whiffed D-Lights from Experience. Experience needs to try to set up finesse in some other way because Stingray's just not biting.
Yeah, you can see Experience is trying to bait out. He was trying to bait out a million options from Stingray, where he'll do these neutral lights. Great edge guard from Stingray. I'm noticing Experience likes to do these cannon neutral lights where he does not plan on them to hit, but in fact he's putting up the move to bait somebody to try to go after him so that he can turn around and hit him really quickly. And several times throughout the game, Stingray watches him use these neutral lights and goes, I'm not going to punish that. I'm going to wait for the next thing that you choose to do. And he ended up doing that quite well and gets the 2 stock going into game number 4. And now we've got the Mordex from Experience coming out against Stingray's Koji in game number 5. Winner of this moves on to fight against Moist Esports Boom booming.
Which, this is a little bit of an interesting pick, right? We saw the Fate earlier, so we already know the Scythe from experience is insanely good, but the Gauntlets is kind of what I'm looking to see for here, because that's essentially what this pick means to me, is like, you want these Gauntlets. So let's see what you got to bring here, because Stingray is looking pretty good on this Koji, all things considered. Bow, I've been saying it, and since like the last patch, I was like, this is the best weapon in the game. That is my opinion. I think this weapon is so good, especially Koji. This legend, he just be swinging. He got coverage. His SIGs are good, you know, and experience is having a tough time getting in on him.
Yeah, sometimes when fighting against Bo, I feel like this is blasters without the dead zone. You know? Like sometimes I feel that way, because when you're shooting the arrows, yeah, the neutral light, sure, it doesn't cover a huge area, but the distance is amazing. And the better you are at the game, the more accurate you're going to be with hitting that move. And the same thing applies for downlight and so on and so forth. So Stingray, doing really well here on this first stock. Experience now on the Scythe over the Gauntlets. He said you wanted to look for them, and so far they didn't really. All they did was get experience a heap load of damage onto himself. So now he's back over to the Scythe, and this looks a little bit better. So lucky that recovery dropped, but nice weapon toss after that side air, and Stingray, he's got a pretty good stock lead.
And so far, experience hasn't gotten too much started with these Gauntlets, kind of biding some time off stage, trying to see if maybe they can bait Stingray to come off and maybe get like an early KO. But Stingray not falling for it. The unarmed, though, seems to be the weapon of choice here for experience. Going for the side light, that means Stingray's going to be able to come on stage and continue to starve them. Experience not able to get a weapon, waiting for that spawn, saying, please, Jesus, something. No, why on that side of the stage? I'm going to stay here a little bit longer. Please, on the left. Please, on the left. And it goes to the right again.
Oh, that's awful. But you know what? He's doing a great job navigating all these attacks. You can, there it is. Finally. It was going to happen. Oh, and of course, the first thing he does is he side sigs. He just hopes that Stingray's going to fall into it. It's a little uncharacteristic to me. But that just must be that pressure in singles that Stingray is able to bait out of experience. Is that I'm seeing a lot of these attacks from experience, just hoping that Stingray falls into an attack. That time, great reaction to his recovery, gets the downer to get the attack, but that side sig was definitely just hoping that Stingray was going to do something. And when he didn't, and he got punished for it, well, of course, experience is now in the orange.
Yeah, especially against a weapon like Bow. It has these disjoints. It is perfectly content trying to bait you out from half a screen away. Oh, man, that air was like...
Almost worked.
It was this close, man. It was this close. Almost shot the arrow right through the apple. Like...
If experience sared a little earlier, it would have missed Koji. He would have fallen straight into that, and that would have been it. Really close. Oh, the down sig. So lucky for experience to be able to get that side light interrupted. We could hear the sound effect, but the Sammy man just didn't come down. And now Stinger with that weapon throw coming forward. Weapon spawn works out for him. Experience gets a punish. But so far, experience is kind of like reverse icing him out here. He's really trying to take the momentum back so that he can basically play the entire game with Scythe.
Yeah.
I guess when he switched to the Mordex, he just wanted Mordex with the Scythe signature kit.
Oh, I can't believe that. That should be enough. That was Fate, though. That would have definitely KO'd. Off the wall. Goes for the true conversion generally, but not this time today. Maybe a weapon throw might have been a safer option, but Experience, Experience has been struggling to find the KOs. Right? This game, the game previously, we saw like a bunch of D-lights coming out on that cannon. You can just tell that Experience feels the pressure, but despite that, has been able to keep it close in this game number 5 now. Will Experience be able to hold it together and get this massive upset and continue this crazy run we've seen today? That's a big dodge read. That's a lot of guaranteed damage.
Recovery.
You have to burn your dodge.
Be careful about not going too far. Okay. I don't know why I still get scared by things like that, where it's just like at the last minute the combo gets reversed and experience is gone in yellow, right? Like I was worried that something like that might happen, but Stingray, no. He took all the hits, recovery connects, gets him into the orange, but now we're back to neutral, and Stingray with the sword switches back over to the bow, wants to get that side light, maybe a D-light at range, but experience is staying close on him. Nairs and neutral lights are coming out, however.
So close. Oh, we
got the recovery!
Experience takes out Stingray. 3-2. And a beautiful, beautiful read at the end there. I mean, we've seen so many like Hail Marys come out from Experience, right? Like D like this, I need to get the KO, I need to get the KO, I need to get the KO.
Yeah, side stick at the center of the stage. Yeah, things like that. I mean, Gauntlet ground pound in that sense. It was a really good reaction to that dodge up, but still risky. But man, that was an amazing read coming out from Experience. And that last stock, like you were talking about, didn't feel like every stock that we had watched before as Experience was struggling to close out these games. He had a real good game plan with the Scythe there. And it was clear. It was evident, right? You were asking, oh, well, what about the Experience Gauntlets? We know what happened with the Gauntlets. He got a ground pound.